Hi and welcome to London Bridge Bricks. In this LEGO haul video we've got a cool collection of new sets that we've recently bought, from Ninjago to Hidden Side and Marvel superheroes to Star Wars and Overwatch. We also have a handful of loose LEGO minifigures that we've hunted down for our LEGO collections, and a batch of BRICKLINK orders for a large custom Imperial build that I'm putting together. As always, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you being here, and if you're new to the channel, why don't you hit that subscribe button and become a part of the LBB family. And with that, let's dive in and take a look and see what we've been buying. So first up in the batting order, and we get some new additions to our Brickheads collections. So we'll kick off with this one, the Dragon Dance Guy. This is set number 40354, and it retails here in the UK for £10, which is exactly what I paid for it. Actually, I didn't get this in a sale or anything like that. And it comes in at number 80 in the Brickheads collection. So I really like this set. It comes with a couple of nice little side builds. They're very oriental in build and very Asian looking. I'm digging his dragon head hoodie that he's got on there. I think that looks really good. Let's turn around. And around the back here, you've got some nice elements as well. So coming off the back of that hoodie, you've got this towel section here with some nice pearl gold elements there. I think it looks really nice. It's a really good build. Over this side, you get to see a couple of the other ones in the theme as well, which are kind of a bit of hit and miss for me. I can appreciate the ghost and I can appreciate the chick as well at number 40350, but it's just not kind of my thing. So Brickheads themes, I like the Star Wars stuff, but they can always be a bit hit and miss for me, Brickheads. But this one is a really, really nice one, and I think it's going to be quite a collectible one as well. I think it's nice. I think it's good use of colours around there. Yeah, I just think it's going to be quite a popular one. And I saw him first of all in Croatia, and I always regretted not seeing him. And then I popped along one afternoon to the Lego store in Leicester Square in London, and I thought, yeah, I saw him there. I was like, get it, because I think this is going to be one that's going to be quite collectible in the future. But one definitely that we'll be building here soon. Next up, and it's set number 40378. Now this is obviously Pluto and Goofy coming in at number 98 and 99 on the Brickheads theme. I think these look pretty good actually. There is another one that came out with this one, which is Donald Duck here, coming in at 101. I think he's pretty good, but I just don't think he looks massively like Donald Duck. I think if you take his torso area, yeah, you can obviously tell that's Donald Duck, but I think they could have just done a bit better around the headpiece area. Anyway, this is obviously a double pack as well, and that comes in with 214 parts, and I got him at the same time I got the Dragon Guy, and he comes in at £13.50 retail here in the UK. One of the reasons I really wanted to get him as well is because several months ago they came out with Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and I'm not kidding, that was for sale for about 3 weeks or so, and then after that you just could not get him at all. Very highly collectible Brickheads. I think they're going for like silly amounts of money at the moment, but this one we've actually built as well in the last week or so. So check on the card above there, and after this you can pop along and go and see how we built that one. But that's a really nice one, and I always like these double packs as well. They always seem pretty good value for money, and £13.50 for 214 bricks, I think that's pretty good going. So there are our two Brickheads. Will's filling in next, and it's a Speed Champion, and it's the very fast looking saloon Nissan GTR Nismo. Now this is set number 76896, and it retails here in the UK at £17.99, and it comes with 298 parts. Now this is a new Speed Champion for 2020, and it's incorporating that new 8-stud wide chassis element here, and even the windscreen on there is new to this season as well, and that's actually 6 studs wide, which is kind of adds more to the realism of these models now. Now, like all Speed Champions, they come with lots of dreaded stickers as well. But this one in particular is quite difficult because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements there, and all these stickers here have to be applied in such a way that it all lines up. So it's probably easier to apply those stickers once the elements are in place. That said, I have seen people actually making this model and just doing a pure white one. So the bonnet here is actually a printed one, so you can swap that out and just get a plain white one. They're kind of readily available from a lot of BRICKLINK stores. But I have to say, they do look really good. So if you Google this set and pure white, you'll see them, and you can make up your own mind there and just see if you prefer them with stickers or without stickers. So around the back here, I'm getting ourselves a nice kind of rear shot of it with this humongous spoiler there you got there, and the Nissan Nismo sticker there. It does look really nice though, I have to say. Here's the real car in real life, and with the windscreen off and the roof as well, you get to see the inside. And one of the benefits of having the 8 stud wide chassis element means that, one, you can put in 2 seats, and you even get some more realism by having their gear stick there and a handbrake there as well. I have to say, the more I'm seeing these Speed Champions with the 8 stud wide, I have to say the more I'm liking them, and I'm looking forward to still building the Audi Quattro that I've got as well. But this one is a real good modern day fast looking saloon, and I'm really looking forward to building it. Next up, and it's over to the Marvel universe, and this is the Lego Marvel, Captain Marvel, and the Scroll Attack, which is a bit of a mouthful for a small set. Anyway, it's set number 76127, and it retails here in the UK for £25. However, we managed to get it at 50% off, so we got it for £12.50, which is absolutely brilliant for 307 parts. So in this set, we get this very swooshable looking small Quinjet, and of course we get some decent figures as well with the Scroll General with Talos. We get Nick Fury there, we get Captain Marvel, and we get this cat whose actual name is Goose, which is a bit weird, but hey ho, let's go with it. So on the back here, we've got a couple more shots of what's going on and stuff like that. And we've got these finger flicking missiles as well. And we've got the cat stowed away there in the compartment of the Quinjet. And we get our Scroll there showing off his element there to get his big ears and his kind of flat head, showing off his kind of laser blasting stud shooter. It's a really cool set, and it's definitely good for our superhero collection, and it's one that I'm looking forward to building. But let me know in the comments below if you've actually built this one. What did you think of it? I mean, at £25 for 307 parts, I think it's still pretty good, but we managed to get it at 50% off, which is, it's one of those things. Sometimes I look at a Lego set and I think, nah, I'm not really interested. But then when it goes to like 50% off, it kind of grows my interest in it big time. But yeah, it comes with loads of these little finger flicking missiles. I think it's a really nice looking set. And it's another one that I'm really looking forward to build as well. Slithering in next, and we get ourselves the Firefang from Ninjago. Now this is set number 70674, and it retails here in the UK for £39.99, but I managed to pick it up for a bargain, £25. Now this comes with 463 parts, but the majority of that, of course, goes to this serpentine Firefang monster itself. You've got this really interesting looking hood there with its kind of flaming effect, and you've got the trans amber orange going on there that running along its tail. It comes with some really good figures. You get a Forbidden Spinjitzu Kai. You get these 2 pyro characters as well, a pyro slayer and a pyro destroyer. There's not really too much difference going on between those two, other than one comes with a shoulder element. But I'm really liking the dual molded heads on these. But the real star of the minifigure in the collection with this set has to go to Asphira, who I think looks brilliant in a pearl gold and trans orange lower body area. Turning it over and get ourselves some action shots as well. And you can see it's been made so that it articulates just like a real serpentine snake itself. Over here you've got some action shots going on, and obviously Kai, being the fire element ninja, is obviously ideal for taking on these guys. And then over here we get a shot of the team with Kai leading the team forward there. This is a really good set. I'm really looking forward to building this one, and I think it's going to be a really good addition to my Ninjago collection. Flying in next, and it's Jay's Stormfighter. Now this is set number 70668, and it retails here in the UK for £35, but I managed to pick it up with a combination of discount and vouchers for just £19, which is brilliant for a set that contains 490 parts. Now the main build of those 490 elements, of course, is Jay's Stormfighter itself, but it also comes with some brilliant looking minifigs. Of course, we get Jay himself, we get Lasher, and we get a very purple looking Pythor. Now this particular set is based on season 1 of Ninjago, and Nia here definitely wasn't in that outfit during season 1. That said, she's wearing claret and blue, which is the same colours as my favourite football team here in London. So she gets a thumbs up from me for that. And then while you're watching this video, if you're liking what you're seeing, please do give us a thumbs up as well. So on the back here, we get ourselves some more action shots. We got Nia taking on Pythor there. We've got Lasher, who just looks like he's just jumped off some sort of odd looking serpentine craft that he's got. And over here we get to see the cockpit as well opens up. All the wings as well sort of fold outwards more. And we get the measurements of it. It's quite a decent size actually, 30 centimeters wide by 28.5 centimeters in length, so it's quite square. And then over here we get some action shots from season 1 itself. Interestingly though, let me know in the comments below if you've got a preference of what I build first. Would you like to see J Stormfighter, or would you like to see the Fire Fang first? Let me know in the comments below. We always read them and we always reply to them. So a Lego haul wouldn't be a Lego haul without, of course, a good old Star Wars set. Now this particular set, I wasn't interested at all in buying, but I was kind of influenced by a couple of factors. One being Hive, Brandon, who's a brilliant YouTuber by the way, and if you enjoy our content, you'll definitely enjoy his content. So please do check out Hive's channel. Now, he's really into collecting TIE fighters, and this one was for sale, and it's been for sale for ages, and it's quite an expensive set at £65, but a combination of him influencing me and buying a TIE fighter and it being discounted at 50%, and I picked it up for £32.50, kind of persuaded me to get it. So this is set number 75240. It comes with 496 parts, but also it comes with a couple of unique minifigures as well. We get Major Von Red himself, which of course is an Imperial TIE fighter pilot, but he's all in red, and I always think he looks great because I'm a big fan of the Praetorian Guards. I always think they look cool. And of course we've got General Leia as well. We've got Kaz as well, who's the kind of main guy in the Resistance cartoon. And of course we've got Bucket, who's an R1J5. He's a bit like a sort of poor man's R2D2. Interestingly enough, I have watched season 1 of Resistance, but I haven't managed to see season 2 yet. But give it a few weeks, and here in the UK we'll be getting ourselves Disney Plus, so we'll be catching up with all our American friends and be able to sort of talk about all the latest stuff that's happening, especially around kind of Clone Wars and shows like that. And over here, around the back here, we've got some action shots. We've got the kind of cockpit opening up as well, Von Reg jumping out and fighting now Princess Leia, or General Leia as she's known back then. And yeah, it's a really nice looking set. Comes with a load of parts, just under a smidgen under 500, so it's a pretty decent set to not only play with, looking very swooshable, being the TIE fighter shape that it is, but of course it looks pretty good for display as well. So yeah, a great looking set. I'm really liking all the red accents as well. Let's face it, anything Imperial with red and black in it is always going to look pretty good. Floating in next, and we've got ourselves a cracker. It's the International Space Station, set number 21321, and this is of course from the Lego Ideas theme that recently actually made it into production. Now, if you follow us here on London Bridge Bricks, you'll know that we're big fans of the Lego Ideas theme, and every month we do our news roundup, the LBB news, and it always includes a big segment of Lego Ideas news. So if you're ever interested in taking a look at our news roundup and you're interested in Lego Ideas, you certainly come to the right place. Now, originally I wasn't actually super interested in getting it just yet, but a good friend of mine on YouTube land called Doc Sampson is actually doing a live stream this weekend on Saturday the 14th of March. I'll leave a link to that down in the show notes below, but 10 AM UK time we'll be doing a live stream, and I'm going to be building one, he's going to be building one, and we're going to be joined by Gala Gade as well. Around the back here we get to see this lovely brick stand that it stands on, and we've got all these solar panels here, which the beauty of using or having a Lego Idea set is that generally speaking there aren't any stickers that come with it, so all of these here are actually printed elements, and there's quite a lot of them as well. And of course we get the space shuttle there, which is kind of based loosely on the Women of NASA set, which is this one here, and I think all but one element, which I think is that small round tile there at the front, I think it's pretty much the same, to be honest. But yeah, a very swooshable looking space shuttle, and it's all to scale as well, so it's going to be a pretty good decent size chunk of a Lego set. Not exactly the most playable set in the world, but on display it absolutely looks fantastic. So if you happen to be free on Saturday the 14th of March and you want to tune in and watch this being built, 10 AM UK time, look across to Doc Sampson's brilliant YouTube channel, and links to that will be down in the notes below. Last up of our new sets, and it's the very aptly named Dorado Showdown. Now this is set number 75972, and it's from the Overwatch theme. Now this set comes with 419 parts, most of which are dedicated to this very American looking 1940s truck. But instead of having these wheels, you actually have these hover elements as well. You get this outbuilding here, and you've got these cool looking string lights with lights attached to them. And then over here, you get this fruit and veg store. And we also get these 3 cool looking characters as well. You get Soldier 76, very cowboy looking Jesse McCree, and an almost Sis-like looking character who goes by the name of Reaper. Now, this set actually retails here in the UK for £30, but I managed to pick it up with a huge discount and picked it up for £12. And the reason I got that was because it came with this great big dent here. It was on discount anyway, but then when I picked it up and saw this at checkout, I was like, I'm going to get a little bit more money off that. And to be fair to Sainsbury's, which is where I bought it, they gave me quite a lot of discount. So it was miles better than 50%. For 419 parts, that's always going to be a winner in my books. So I don't actually really know that much about the game Overwatch. If I need to, I always ask my nieces and nephews, or even Paul, because he plays it as well. But I do appreciate the Lego theme, and some of the figures I really like as well. So for example, there's this guy called Winston, who's this great big gorilla. Now he comes from set 75975, which is the Overwatch watch point, and it's a set that I like, but it's definitely not one that I want to get. However, I do want to get various kind of figures from this theme, and I'm kind of going to start collecting them now that I've got these ones. And that leads us quite nicely into our next segment, which is what minifigures do we buy loosely over the month of March. So here we are then, let's take a look and see what we got. It certainly comes well packaged, this one. Good use of recycling newspaper. Number 1. Looks like they're packed both in this one then. I'm expecting a couple in this. This is like pass the parcel, but for Lego figures. Oh yeah, there we go, that's all that. So first up then, we've got this one here, and this is the Incredible Hulk wearing his very techie suit, as I like to call it, his white onesie. And this is from set number 76144. And it's one of those, it's the classic one whereby I kind of like the set, but I'm not really interested in sort of buying it because there's nothing there that attracts me too much about it. Like I say though, it's an okay set, but this particular figure of the Hulk I do like, and I do like collecting large figures as well. And I'm actually on the lookout for a red Hulk as well, so he's one I'm excited about getting at some point or other. But I kind of buy these as and when I can, and notoriously I'll get them off Facebook's marketplace. And this one here, well, this is one I've been really excited about buying for quite some time, and this is the Iron Man, and this is his Mark 50 suit. Yeah, that's nice. And you've got all these elements here with this giant jetpack there, and the person I actually bought them from has already applied the stickers there. It looks like they've done a pretty decent job of that as well. And he comes from set number 76107, which is the Thanos Ultimate Pack, which is actually a really, really good suit, but I've kind of missed out on that one. And of course you get the giant figure of Thanos as well in there. But I'd be interested to know actually if anyone out there actually collects the big figs as well, or even just collects minifigures like we do. And let us know which ones you actually collect and what theme that you like. Interested to know. So that's our first lot. Let's take a look and see what else we got. Up next, we've got ourselves a retro figure coming up. So you've had the latest and greatest Mark 50 suit from Iron Man. But back in the day, before he was yellow and red, he was just all silver. Of course, you had the Mark 1 Iron Man suit there. I think looks really cool. I'm liking all the silvery effects, the original round energy source that he's got there, and we've even got some really nice prints there on the torso, and you can't really see around the back just yet, but it almost looks like a sort of retro looking clock. I think he looks really cool. I think he could have been a little bit bulkier, being that it's based on the sort of 1960s version of the original Iron Man, it almost needs to look a little bit more robot looking, but I don't know, being the comic geek that I am, I kind of just had to have it. This particular minifigure comes from the Iron Man Hall of Armour and is set number 76125, but because it's one of those sets that I kind of appreciate, but it wasn't screaming on by me, I kind of went out and just hunted down the odd figure itself, and we've even got some small little rust effects there on the helmet. I think it looks really good, and it's a nice addition to my Iron Man collection. Of course, the rust, of course, wouldn't be helped too much by the fact you've got this character here. This is Hydro Man. Now, in the back of all this here, you've got this, you've got a whole bunch of bricks and even got a few stickers in there. And he, obviously being Hydro Man, comes with all these waves and stuff like that. And he's got kind of got this plinth that builds up, and he kind of perches himself on top of it. And one of the reasons I got him was because I was actually so impressed with this figure that I got a couple of hauls ago, which is, of course, Marvel's Sandman. And I'm liking all the element that made up the kind of his leg area here, but of course you've got this plinth of sand here, and Hydro Man is exactly the same, except it's even taller, I believe. Now he came from set number 76129, the Hydro Man Attack, and again, just like the Iron Man set, it didn't kind of scream to me that to purchase me or anything like that, or even review here on the channel, but I did really want to get the figure. I think it looks pretty cool. His body's kind of made up of this trans blue, and he's kind of quite a strange colour himself actually. He's kind of like an azuri blue. I think it looks really cool, and yeah, I think it's going to be really nice. And his code is SH581, and he's definitely a good addition to have if you like collecting the odd minifigures like I do. But anyway, I'll tell you what I'll do now. I'll undo all this and we'll assemble all the figures that I've actually bought, and we can take just a quick look for a quick moment at them. First up then, in the same order as we took them apart, is our Incredible Hulk there. Looking kind of mostly white really. There's not really much to his outfit. I've got to say he's not boring. He's kind of is what it is. It's a representation of what he looked like in the movie. The green contrasts quite nicely with the white, but for a big fig, he's kind of fairly plain. But he's definitely worth still having. Up next, we've got the super duper looking Iron Man with his kind of splat and blaster elements there. It's looking pretty cool. I'll take that off just so you can see him a little bit easier. And in there we've got another little element there. And we've got this ridiculously large, powerful jetpack on the back of him there, which I've got to say does look really cool. But it's just kind of so over the top and I guess very Tony Stark. He comes with two different faces as well. I don't know if I can just unclick that one. There we go. Take that away. I guess that's his normal looking face. I just pop that round here. We've got this more techno looking visor one. Now he's a really, really good Iron Man, and definitely he's probably my all-time favourite one, I've got to say. But he's just got all this stuff going on the back there, and I think he looks really cool. Let me know what you think of him down in the comments below. Up next, and we got ourselves the all-time original Iron Man. And this is him here. He's got loads and loads of detail on the back here, and I didn't realise, but if you can just see it, it's kind of got Stark written across there, where he kind of just put together and welded up this suit so that he could escape the villains back in the day. And got those rust elements on there, and he definitely does look retro looking, there's no doubt about that. When you compare it to his kind of new yellowy and red helmet, it does look more modern, but you can see it is retro looking, but I think they could have just made it that little bit more retro. The print on it is really good as well, and around the front there you've got those colours just bouncing off the light just really well. Again, another really good addition to the Lego minifigure collection. And last but by no means least, of course, we've got the great big Hydro Man, and there he is on his plinth, looking pretty spectacular. And I've applied the stickers. I kind of did them like that really, because I just think they look a little bit more symmetrical. But yeah, it's pretty good looking. It's a great looking plinth, and like I say, I think it looks really good with the Sandman as well. And there he is in his kind of normal minifigure form, and coated in this blue azure. But yeah, I think he's a really good representation of Hydro Man. And there we have it. And that's our minifigures. I has a box. I has another box. And I've got a package with some quite nice stamps on it. So let's do away with those first of all and get cracking and see what we've got from our BRICKLINK order this month. So I've been collecting quite a lot of greyish blue bricks, and that kind of alludes to the reason I've been collecting it. Start off with these. We've got some hinge tiles there, sort of like 1v3s. We've got some 1v2 plates modified with the ladder effect on them there, which is quite cool. And that's kind of going to add to the greedling for what I'm collecting all this for. Got these plates here. They were actually quite a hard plate to get hold of actually with this cutout section here. It's kind of like a hatched plate there. And we got this as well, this 1v4 tiles. Busting to get out of here. There we have it. Like I say, it's all mainly bluish grey is what I've gone for, and of course we've got this lightish grey as well. So that's that. In the smaller box, let's open this up and see what we got. Again, it will kind of allude to what I've been ordering these for. Think of something that we collect quite a lot here on London Bridge Bricks, and you'll kind of fathom out an idea. Something maybe imperial. There's some 2x2 corners. I've got some more of those 1v2 tiles as well. We've got some light bluish grey round corners as well. Let's just take those out and put them on there. There we go. These are quite cool. Got quite a few of these actually. So 1v2x5s. Quite good for the height. And of course we've got these here, some Technic lift arms as well. And these were quite hard to get hold of, especially in bulk as well. They're kind of dark bluish grey brick round 4x4s. I've got quite a few of those. I'm going to need plenty of those for the build I'm doing. And then let's take a look at what we got in the big one. So the big one here, bigger box out too. And it's got a load of white bricks in it. Now that's for something a little bit different. That's going to be for some minifigure stands that I'm making up. So here we go. Got much of the same there. These were just some remnants of ones that I needed to get. There we are. We've got ourselves some lift arms, and again, got a variety of these 4x4 round bricks as well. We've got the axle holes that go through it there. Let's take a look to see what we got in this one. Interesting, some smaller plates there, some round plates. We've got these here, some dishes. It's going to be quite useful for what I'm going to be building. So you're probably thinking to yourself, come on Greg, get on with it. What are you actually going to be building these for? What do you need all this greyish blues for? Well, it's going to be for a custom Lego set that I'm putting together. And it's this giant size AT-AT. Now it's made by this designer called Raskolnikov, and he's designed this, and it's based on the actual proper Lego set, which is based on set 75054, which is the authentic Lego AT-AT. And Raskolnikov, he's just come along and he's just scaled it up and just made it bigger. Now I've been collecting the parts for this for something like a year now, and all in it's like it says there, it's 2,497 parts. So it's going to be a big old AT-AT, and I wanted to build one this year simply because it's the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, which is, well, I've got to be honest, it's probably my favourite movie of all time, let alone my favourite Star Wars movie. So yeah, so that's what I've got those for, and you'll be seeing that AT-AT build coming soon to London Bridge Bricks, hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so. So putting the AT-AT to one side, all those lovely bricks there, I've got these as well. So a whole bunch of white 2x2s, and in there as well we've got some more of those grey bricks, because BRICKLINK's fantastic, but what you want to always try and do is kind of pay as least postage as possible. And these are always really handy because I always need probably about 55 of these every time I'm making my minifigure stands. And in case you're wondering what my stands actually look like, here's one I prepared earlier, and it's based on the Brick Vault minifigure stand. So if you do a search on YouTube for Brick Vault and minifigure stands, they'll come up with this one. And this one's a variation to their one. It's, well, for a start, it's all white, and secondly, I've kind of gone for the slightly cheaper option of putting the 1x2 slopes in their cheese cuts, because it's just a little bit cheaper than using these curved ones that they go for. But this is a slightly sort of cheaper version, and I'm kind of building as many of these as I can, because all these sets and stuff like that we're building for London Bridge Bricks, of course, lends itself to the fact that we get a lot of minifigures, and I don't like packing them away. If I can, I put them on display and stuff like that, especially when we get particularly cool sets like the Batman there from the 1989 Batmobile, and you've got Cole over here from the magazines and stuff like that we are always reviewing on a monthly basis. We've got another one of those as well coming up in the next week or so as well, which I'm going to be reviewing alongside doing the AT-AT. And there you have it. So that's what we're doing. Let us know in the comments below if you actually make up some stands as well for your minifigs as well, or you just pack them away and wait for a rainy day to get them out and take a look at them. And that, folks, is a wrap. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on our sets, figs, and our up-and-coming AT-AT custom build. And if you've built any of those Lego sets, what were your thoughts and would you recommend them? When you have a mo, check out Doc Sampson and Brick Hive's channel. Details for those are in the description below. And if you haven't subscribed to London Bridge Bricks, please do hit that subscribe button and ding that bell so that you know when we push out new content. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll leave you now with some videos that we think you might like.